Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for December 2022. We are just gonna jump right in here, Aquarius. I swear you had this card with me like last week. This is the Beaver and the Birch card, and it says home on it. And I also, this is blowing me away too. You have the tower, and like 5 people now have had the tower in their first position, which is your general energies right now. So again, as I've been saying all year, I think that there could be a lot of collective tower moments going on in the world. This could be like world leaders stepping down. It could be, crypto collapses like we saw a couple weeks ago, things like that. These are really truths coming out. And again, really, it's not a bad thing because, number one, it's the truth. And the tower, kind of collapses so that we can see reality for what it is. The story of the tower is that the 2 people inside the tower have been ignoring reality for too long. They've been trying to protect themselves from seeing something that is the truth. And so, for some of you, I feel, or pretty much for all of you, pretty much everybody, I feel collectively we are seeing a lot of truths being exposed. And, I think it's no mistake that with Mars going retrograde, being retrograde in Gemini, that there are truths that are coming out. I mean, duh. But again, you have this home card here. Some of you definitely could be experiencing a change in the home. Again, I actually personally, sometimes I think the tower just represents a move, and it can show up when we are moving or making a big change. Could even be going from like one job to another. So maybe you're changing positions or something like that. That is technically a tower moment because you're kind of like reinventing yourself. You're making a big transformation. And so, again, the tower isn't always a bad thing. It's like, yes, you get reduced down to a foundation, especially if you're getting a new job. It's like you have to learn about a new job, right? So that's the rebuilding of the tower. If you are if you're moving, you have to maybe learn about a new area. And that is like the tower. That's kind of what this represents. You have the Magician, the Tower, and the Wheel of Fortune here. I feel like you're trying to create something. I get a very focused energy, actually, on this Magician for you. And right next to it, you have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is about focusing on your desire, whatever you desire to do in your life. You also have this card that says, speak your world into being. I didn't even see that. I really feel that you're manifesting things very, very quickly. So I would be careful of your words. I would make sure that you're speaking kindly to yourself, about yourself, and also make sure that you're speaking just positively about everything that you want in your life in general. I really feel like you could be changing your life for the better here, Aquarius, is kind of what I'm getting here. Even though you have the tower, I definitely feel intuitively that some of you have experienced a tower moment. This could be due to love here. I'm just going to show you right here. We have the Tower to the Page of Cups to the Queen of Swords to the Strength card. This to me gives me love vibes. You also have the Lovers here. With this Magician, I'm wondering if there was like a tricky situation in a relationship and someone felt left out in the cold. You have this Orphan card here. So take it how it resonates, whatever the tricky situation is. It could be anything, literally, is what I'm getting here. Again, I feel like some of you are just healing from this, and you could be finally understanding what you truly want in a relationship because you have Knight of Cups, Lovers, to the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is more equal give and take, something much better. So I like that. Here's the turnaround, is the Wheel of Fortune. And again, you're not the only person to get something about a turnaround. Again, with all the truth in the astrology, there's actually a lot of lies in the astrology. Let's get that out there right there. But there's also a lot of truth coming out. And, it's like we have to have the lies to have the truth in the first place. And so what I would say is that, a lot of you could be creating changes in your life due to your own inner truth. And it seems to me like a lot of people are very, very focused on that in December. It's been a major collective energy. I'm actually tempted. I'm probably going to do a live sometime soon, just looking into it for each sign because it's like a major collective thing. But I want to kind of do a separate thing for it, if that makes sense. So keep an eye out for that, Aquarius. But let's see. With the Magician, you have the Four of Swords. You know exactly what you want here. I'm wondering if there were delays in a situation as well. Normally on a traditional Magician, Four of Swords, he's laying on the tomb, and they're up in the corner. There's a stained glass window with a person receiving blessings. So it's like you know exactly what you want in your life. That's really what it's saying to me. And I feel like that Magician to the King of Wands in the top here is just saying you just have to move towards it and stop waiting. So for some of you, I know it sounds easy, and maybe you're saying it's not that easy, but I do think it's that easy that you could manifest something or move towards something very quickly. Look, with the Tower, you have the Chariot. Definitely could be a move. Some of you are definitely moving, no doubt about it. For others, I feel like you are leaving something behind. Normally on the Chariot, there's like a city behind him, and the city kind of represents something he's leaving behind, and he's going off on his own to kind of find his own life, to find his own city. He wants to become the king of his own city, or, he wants to start his own city, whatever, whatever it is. And I feel that for a lot of you, where it's like you could be leaving something behind to go. You're not really, I don't think you're like looking for something better. It's not like this is some sort of grass is greener situation. I feel like there's something better. And so you're moving towards it. There's a difference. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Three of Cups. This could be, I would be careful of like past energy. Again, we have all these retrogrades, even at the end of the year. At the end of December, we have Mercury going retrograde again, if you can believe it. It's like we're getting hammered by these retrogrades. But, I would be careful of someone coming back from the past, especially with the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Cups. It just, I feel like it didn't work out multiple times. So if it didn't work out multiple times, I would just be careful here, Aquarius, is what I feel like saying. That Knight of Cups to the Lovers is really saying to me that there's someone new coming in for you if you want love. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this first quarter moon in Gemini. It says, speak your world into being. I would be very careful of your words. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that in the last reading I did for you, I don't remember which one that was, I'm pretty sure I was saying something about writing or needing to write came up in your reading, and I was saying that I think it would be an amazing time for you to like literally like script your life as you want it to be right now. And it's just that simple. It's just as simple as like writing out your life as you want it to be. And for some of you, if you want to speak it, I think that's great too. But I would be very careful of your words, because I feel like you could be manifesting things very, very quickly here. You have the King of Wands, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Clearly, if you're looking for love, there is clearly a knight in shining armor coming in for you. Could be a water sign, could be a fire sign. You have Leo showing up here, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer. Could be any sign, but any one of those placements could be in a person's chart. Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor, someone who sweeps you off your feet. But it's also a card of your imagination. Normally, he's like looking into that cup, and he could be imagining his future life. And here you go. We have the Page of Cups. And if you look here, the page is looking at the fish in the cup. I always say on the Page of Cups that we need to grab on to whatever that fish is. It could be a goal, wish, dream. It could be an idea. But the fish is usually something that we want to work on. Of course, this card can represent an admirer, and so I definitely feel there's love here. But what I feel like you need to do is that you have a goal, wish, or dream right now. There's something that you want to create, and I feel like you need to speak it into existence. Literally, I would be talking about yourself, and I would be talking to yourself. I do this all day long. I always tell people, it's like when I'm driving around town, I'm sure that people that see me driving think I'm absolutely freaking crazy because I talk to myself, right? But I talk myself into things. And that's what I would be doing here, is I'd be talking yourself into things that you want or that you want to create. And that's what I'd be doing here. I feel like it's way more powerful than you realize. You have the King of Wands. Definitely could be love coming in for you. I feel like there's someone who's very attracted to you, Aquarius, if you want love. You literally end with the marriage card, so that doesn't mean, of course, that you're going to get married right now, but could be getting married in the near future. I would also say that I feel like you need to follow your desire. It's like I think that we are living in a time where we all have very strong desire. Our desires could be that we want to start a business, we want to get into a relationship or whatever. The problem is we also have like Neptune and Pisces, which is like, no. And so, it kind of like is the smack of reality where maybe we have a desire to do something, to make a change, to move towards something. But Neptune and Pisces is like, yeah, but, what if your grandma's leg falls off, and like random stuff, that pops in, because Neptune and Pisces is a liar. And, what we have to do is we have to choose to say, guess what? Grandma will be fine. So I'm going to move towards my desire anyway, right? And I feel that King of Wands, the reason I'm saying this is because I feel like that King of Wands is saying you need to be both. You need to be assertive and courageous and just go for what you want and don't allow silly little stories to control you. And that's what I feel here. With the King of Wands, you have the Five of Swords. Definitely, some of you have experienced a separation or a breakup here. I feel like it's still on your mind. Could be with a fire sign, and it could still be on your mind for some reason. You could be thinking about it. Well, let's clarify that again. Why is this still on Aquarius's mind? I don't know. I feel like some unfinished business thing. I don't know. I feel like this is too confusing of a situation. Some of you, if you have a past relationship situation that's confusing, I feel like you need to avoid it. I feel like it's literally just causing confusion. Again, right now, I feel like the most important thing you could do is protect this right here, your own brain from anything that is confusing, that causes pain, sadness, whatever, right? I would be avoiding those situations at all costs. And again, this goes for all of you. It doesn't have to be a relationship or whatever. I feel like that Knight of Swords is confusion for some reason. That's not how I read the Knight of Swords, but intuitively, that's what I'm getting. With the Page of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles. See, I feel if you want love, there's something very stable, something that isn't confusing, something that is clear, resourceful, something that probably leaves you feeling like you have more, not less. You know, the thing about the Queen of Pentacles is that she's resourceful, but in a relationship with the Page of Cups, you know, it could be a person who leaves you feeling like you have more. Again, not less after, right? So that's what I'd be paying attention to here. For others, for all of you, you know, again, that Page of Cups is like something, a dream that you need to manifest here on Earth, which I feel like I always say to you. And the Queen of Pentacles is about being resourceful in how you get there. It's like maybe you're saying, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, or whatever. It's like where there's a will, there's a way. Chariot, literally, Chariot. Chariot says where there's a will, there's a way. It doesn't matter if you have no money. It doesn't matter if you don't have time. The Queen of Pentacles is resourceful. She doesn't say, I can't make this happen. She says, how can I make this happen? Whatever it is, right? It kind of reminds me of that. I don't know if anyone has watched that Pepsi Where's My Jet on Netflix. It's like there's so many crazy stories of people who have done like crazy stuff and have overcome obstacles. It's like go watch something like that and get motivated. That's what I feel like this is saying. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Devil. I do feel some of you could be attracting a person with Capricorn in their chart. Again, I do get a little bit of toxicity vibe going on here. It's like there was no full attachment or something. I don't know what's going on here, but I would be careful of a past situation for sure. Next in the area, what are we doing? The signs you need to pay attention to at this time. You have this Orphan card, and this is literally a card of being left out in the cold or feeling that way. So I would pay attention to any situations that have made you feel like orphaned, that have left you out in the cold. This could be in work, in business, in love, pretty much anything. But for some of you, I do feel there could be something coming back that has made you feel this way, and I would avoid it. Some of you could currently be in a situation that makes you feel like this, whether it's work, business, love, or otherwise, doesn't matter. But I feel, again, the most important thing this reading is saying to me is that you need to protect your brain. You need to protect the thoughts that you're having and also your environment. Like part of that is your environment. You have the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Lovers. I feel like you need to pay attention to things that make you feel fulfilled. So I feel like that's one of the signs that you need to pay attention to. It's like if things make you feel orphaned, avoid those things. The situations in life that make you feel Nine of Cups, total fulfillment, those are the things you need to put more time, effort, and energy into. And so I feel you really need to pay attention to the differences in how different things make you feel. And of course, we all have responsibilities and things like that, but I feel like you need to pay attention to your feelings. Next, you have the Queen of Swords. I feel like you need to pay attention to the fact that you're undergoing a transformation at this time, kind of like everyone else. But, I feel like you're going through a very deep transformation. It's like the way you're looking at things has changed in your life. I literally feel that you look at, pretty much every single situation in life that you could experience differently right now. You could literally even compare it to last year. And, this is always true. We're always changing. But I think this is a big change. I think you're noticing, like, on a very deep level, how you see things differently, right? And I literally feel this card is just saying, pay attention to that clarity and don't backslide. It's like maybe in the past you would enter into a love situation that would make you feel orphaned, that would make you feel less than. I feel like this is saying, no, you know what to look for now. You have the clarity, so don't backslide. Don't go back to it. There could be other things as well. And again, I think you just need to pay attention. You have the Lovers as well. And again, there's a bluebird on this Lovers card in this deck. And I feel that for those of you that want love, if you have a person coming in, I feel like they will make you feel happy, joyful, abundant, all those things. So that's what I'd be paying attention to in love, is people who make you feel good. And if they don't, then probably not love, right? I would pay attention to that. With the Nine of Cups here, you have the Empress. Damn, definitely abundance, right? And feeling fulfilled. Empress is a total fulfillment. So I feel you need to pay attention to things that make you feel fulfilled. And again, it's funny to me that people always leave me comments. They're like, of course I'm going to pay attention to situations that make me fulfilled. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what? It's not that obvious. I think we all make decisions. Trust me. It's like, I always tell the story. It's like when I was 21 and for like 3.5 years after I had a major business failure, I chose, right, things that made me feel miserable. I chose the situations in life that made me feel weak and all that other stuff, right? I've been there. So I don't think it's that simple. I actually think it's easier to be miserable. So, what I would say here is it's not easy necessarily to be happy. And why? Because most people are miserable. Number one, we want to be part of a tribe, so we want to be like everyone else, and it's popular. It's like, what does everybody talk about? You go have a conversation with a person, they're always like, oh, my knee hurts, and I have this problem, my sister has this disease, and that's what like everybody talks about, right? Nobody talks about anything positive. It's almost looked down upon, right? It's like nobody talks about their successes, and I feel like this is saying you need to flip it. You need to start talking about your successes, and guess what? If people get put off, then they're not your people, plain and simple. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Judgment card. This is super powerful reading. I mean, these are very powerful cards. To me, the most powerful combination in the tarot is the Judgment and the Tower. You have the Tower and Judgment in the same row. I prefer to see them next to each other or on top of each other to really say that this is, the most powerful combination. But the same row is good enough for me. I feel for some of you, to me, the combination is a major revelation, a major wake-up call. So some of you could be having a major wake-up call at this time. I feel like you could be literally waking up in cold sweats for some of you. Like maybe you're just having one of those like light bulb moments. I think this is a good thing, though. It's clearly leading to your true purpose. I mean, the Judgment card, those people are in their coffins. Coffin is their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. And I feel like you're kind of like transforming towards a new life. But it's like the old things can't stay in your life any longer is what I'm getting from this reading. With the Lovers, you have the 8 of Wands and the 3 of Wands. Major expansion. This is a major change. For some of you, it wouldn't surprise me. Like maybe you grew up in a certain area. Maybe you've never left the area. And this reading's giving me the vibes of like maybe you're like completely leaving. Or maybe you're moving to another country or something like that. Like some of you could be making some pretty big changes here. I feel you're going through a portal. And the changes you're making are going to speed things up very, very, this is like very intense is what I would say. Kind of reminds me of like some of you, I kind of feel like this is a second chance reading in the sense that maybe you had an opportunity, during COVID, like past 3 years to make some sort of big change. But it's almost like if you made the change, the time wasn't right. I feel like if you made the change, it's like your vibration wouldn't have matched the change that you were going to make. But like now it's a different story. I feel almost as if some of you are kind of getting a chance to do something that you wanted to do, and now is the right time, is what I feel like saying. The 8 of Wands, really, I love the 8 of Wands. To me, it says things are going to be moving forward very quickly. At the end here, for the unexpected, you have this Marriage card. I obviously don't think you're going to be getting married, but, I feel like you could be meeting a person that you will be marrying. I'm pretty sure Pisces have the same card, so if you're born closer to Pisces, or it could be a Pisces, whatever, take it how it resonates. But definitely could be meeting a person that you will be connecting to. Could also be, I feel for some of you, you could just be committing to something, and it doesn't have to be a person. It could be like a new business, a new job, something like that. Whatever it is, I feel that it's much more fulfilling. The Page of Wands is not necessarily a card of fulfillment, but the Page of Wands is a card of enthusiasm. So you have the Page of Wands, Strength card, and the 6 of Pentacles. When we feel enthusiastic about something that we're working on, then it, by default, is much more fulfilling. So I feel that for a lot of you, you could be encountering new situations, new jobs, new businesses, whatever, that make you feel enthusiastic, that make you shoot out of bed in the morning. But there's some sort of change. And again, it could be a significant change that is kind of much more fulfilling. You have the Strength card. I feel like this is something that's changed inside of you. I feel even recently, I feel like since the summertime that, whatever, like July, June, July, I feel like you've maybe since that time have gone through a deep personal change where maybe you've overcome some demons. Maybe you've kind of done some shadow work or, gone through a dark night of the soul. It feels very intense to me, the Strength card. That lion represents her inner critic, her inner voice, and I feel some of you have kind of like overcome something here. And some of you could be still in this process. So like I said at the beginning of the reading, be kind to yourself. again, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I feel like some of you could be feeling that orphaned energy. It could be, triggering like attachment issues. Maybe people have abandoned you in the past and it could be triggering those issues. But again, I feel like you're healing from those things with the Strength card. So probably a good thing. You have the Six of Pentacles. For some of you, you could have learned a lot about equal give and take in relationship situations. I feel for some of you as well, this is just like balancing things out. So is there really anything unexpected here? I'd say the only unexpected thing would be is if you meet a person that you end up marrying in the future. But other than that, I actually feel that there's not much like unexpected coming in for you at this time, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Let's see. I think this transformation with the Tower, the Chariot, and the Judgment card is enough, right? You don't need anything unexpected on top of that. With the Page of Wands, you have the Seven of Cups, another card of focus. I think protecting your thoughts is what you need to be doing right now, and focusing on things that make you feel enthusiastic, focusing on the things that get you out of bed in the morning, that make you want to move or get moving. That's what I'd be doing here. With the Strength card, you have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it could have been some sort of difficult ending that caused you to go through this change since like June, July. Let's put it there, right? That's the time frame I'm feeling here. Kind of like Leo season, but maybe a little bit before Leo season. So that's why I'm saying more like June. So it could have been even earlier than that, right? But I feel something happened, like a very difficult ending. For some of you, could have even been a death. Again, I don't predict death. I think it's against tarot ethics to predict death. But what I would say is, if it's already happened, it's already happened. So, I feel like for some of you could have experienced something like that, probably around the June, July timeframe. But it could have also been a loss that felt like that. And it's like you're finally healing from it. I actually don't feel bad about that. I feel you're kind of improving. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands again. Definitely could be King of Wands coming in here for you. You know what's interesting as well? I feel like some of you have maybe dealt with like a false King of Wands in the past, and it's like you have a true King of Wands coming in for you. It's like on the negative side of things, it all talk, no action, right? And on the positive side of things, talk and action, right? And proof beyond action. It's like, it's one thing, it's like there's three levels here that I'm seeing. And it's funny because if you're attracting love, I feel like you could be attracting a person where they talk, they know what they're doing, they talk about what they're doing, they actually do it, but they also have the results. It's like there's one little extra step on top of it that I'm getting with this King of Wands, where it's like more than just talk and action. There's actually proof on top of it. And I feel you could be attracting a person like that into your life here, Aquarius. So if you want love, looks pretty good. We're going to pull 5 main themes for you this month now, and we're going to see what comes up. Really good, I'm telling you right now. You have this box. It says you will receive a gift. So I feel there could be gifts coming in for you. I also feel like you could be giving gifts as well. So, take it how it resonates, but it is good, whatever it is. You have the Star card, basically. It says guaranteed success on it. So a lot of success coming in for you. You have this Well card. It says family wishes come true. So if there are any family wishes, or if you're even wishing for a family or hoping, like I kind of get 10 of Cups here. So if you're hoping to have like a happy home, happy family, that wish could be granted as well. You have the Seahorse. It says family matters. I'm wondering if during like the summertime, if there was something involving your family as well. Could be good, could be bad. Take it how it resonates. Either way, I feel like it's improving. And you also have this door. It says opportunities are waiting for you. Yeah, I feel like you just have to open the door. Literally, you just have to leave the coffin on the Judgment card. You just have to go through the transformation. And that's basically what we were talking about. Really, I think the easiest way for you to do this is to talk about it. Speak your world into being, Aquarius. Are you kidding? We're going to pull 6 Oracle cards now just for S's and G's, right? Just for fun. For funsies. You have this card that says, be willing to let go of everything you once thought to be true. I don't know. I'm speechless because didn't we just talk about this? Like letting go of things and all this other stuff. There you go. Don't compare your life to others. Your journey is your own. Definitely, I see this in this reading. I feel like if you're like, I think the funny thing is that if you have like a business or a career, what's popping into my head is if like you're doing things that other people are doing, I feel like it's not working. And to me, I always say this, I think we're entering into some pretty intense Aquarius energy, which is innovation. It doesn't mean that, that we can't mimic success, but, I call it swipe and improve. To me, I think we should be, stealing like an artist. That might be a good book for you to read, Aquarius, is Steal Like an Artist, where you're not actually stealing things. You're kind of taking inspiration from maybe people in business or work, and then you're improving it. You're making it better, whatever it is, right? And if you don't know how to make it better, then learn, plain and simple. You have this card that says, let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. Definitely, you need to let go of something toxic in your life. Something that hasn't worked multiple times is what I feel like saying. Could be a relationship, could be a business, could be something you've been trying, but something hasn't worked multiple times. You have this writer card, and it's just like a round situation, so I would end it. You have this writer card. You cannot make this up. I told you about writing at the beginning of the reading. It says, words are magic. Use them to manifest abundance. Are you kidding me? It would be an amazing time for you to write here, Aquarius. You have this teacher card. It says, teach what you know, even if you aren't an expert. Teaching, they say, is the best way to learn. So even if you're learning a new subject, it would be amazing for you to maybe teach it or show people how to do it, for sure. You have this promoter card. A new idea project has great potential for success. Again, I would follow your desires on this one. But damn. Aquarius, this is an amazing reading. I love this. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.